This is the iPhone 17, ang pinakasulat na iPhone na ginawa ni Apple. Ang ganda niya, guys. And for the first time in history, mapapaisip ka na lang talaga, need ko ba mag-Pro this year? Given na almost the same lang ang dalawang to.
Wow.
You heard it right. With this newly added 120Hz ProMotion display, first time lang yan nilagay ni Apple sa base variant nila. Usually, nasa Pro lang yan. Basically, magkaparehas lang ang display ng dalawang to. Even other features, almost the same lang. Processor, konting-konti lang yung difference. Now, where's the big difference between these two? I say, yung price. 57,990 versus 79,990. Ang layo. If you're not a professional, bakit ka pagagastos ng mas malaki kung hindi mo naman mamamaximize lahat ng features nito? Just to flex? Well, this one, I like it more. Kasi ang classy na ng design niya, guys. When it comes to functions, lahat naman siguro na nandito, magagamit mo na rin dito. Kaya naman, pag-uusapan natin lahat-lahat ng yan dahil magkakaroon tayo ng full review and sasabihin ko sa inyo kung ano nga ba yung mga dapat nyong malaman and dapat nyo i-expect bago kayo bumili if you're planning to upgrade from iPhone 16 down to previous generations pa ni iPhone. Kaya naman, hindi na natin patatagalin pa at magsisimula na tayo in 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Hi guys! I'm Tin and this is JTin TV. So, paalala ko lang pala, ongoing po ang ating October giveaway. Kung saan ipapamigay namin tong 5 phone ito. Kaya naman, kung gusto nyo sumali, definitely subscribe now. Now, let's go back to this phone. Ang ganda niya, guys. By the way, yung kinuha ko pala is yung kanilang Mist Blue variant. Marami ka namang pagpipilian, guys. Kagaya na lamang ng lavender, sage, black, and white. Actually, guys, if i-compare ko sila ni iPhone 16, almost the same lang. Siguro when it comes to colors, yung Mist Blue is parang yung toned down version ni Ultramarine, if you can remember. Alam nyo, kung may pink lang siguro nito, bahala na talaga. Mas bet ko kasi talaga yung pagka-pink or yung pagka-vivid ni iPhone 16. Pero sa inyo, ano ba yung mas gusto nyo? Mas gusto nyo ba yung hindi masyadong loud yung colors? And I think the advantage rin naman netong color na to ngayon, yung toned down na pastels ni iPhone 17 is mas okay siya bagayan sa iba't ibang cases. If you're like me who loves to collect cases, well, mas maganda yon. But, if gusto niyo yung mga clear case lang, alam niyo yon, yung ma-show off niyo pa rin yung colors, well, nasa sa inyo na rin naman yon. But so much for that, guys. Speaking of the build quality and design of this phone, almost the same lang talaga sila ni iPhone 16. Wala akong masyadong nakitang pagkakaiba when it comes to placement, design. Still, matte pa rin naman yung back niya, which I think is good since hindi na mag-smudge yung mga fingerprints ko dito. Other than that, I can say na siguro yung biggest difference lang talaga is dito sa front, which is yung iPhone 16 is ceramic shield lang yon. Ito is ceramic shield 2. So, they claim it na mas 3 times scratch resistant ang phone nito. But so far, when it comes to its ports, buttons, kagaya na lamang ng action button and camera control, almost the same lang. Now, if you're asking me, pwede ba yung iPhone 16 case ko dito? Well, definitely not, guys. It's because of the 0.2 millimeters na laki niya compared kay iPhone 16. But other than that, since you have a new phone, well, dagdagan mo na lang rin ng budget for your new case. Let's talk about the display of this phone. Eto nga pala, guys, ay meron ng 6.3-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display with 120Hz ProMotion. First time ever sa lahat ng base variant ni Apple na meron ng ganito. Kaya naman with this one, mas smoother na yung scrolling, multitasking, and even gaming. Now, one thing I really love as a binge watcher is mas thinner na yung kanyang bezels. Kaya naman, mas kitang-kita ka na talaga with 0.2-inch larger compared to the base variants. Gaya na lamang ni iPhone 16. At talaga, mas less na talaga yung kanyang bezel. At guys, noticeable na talaga na mas lesser yung bezels. Kaya naman, kitang-kita nyo lahat. And like I've said kanina, maka-pro na talaga to because it has the same display as iPhone 17 Pro. And kapag same sila, means na same lang rin lahat ng features. With its newly added feature na 3000 nits peak brightness, well, kayang-kaya rin ito, guys. Especially if you're in an extreme lighting condition. Doon lang siya ma-activate, guys. But if you're indoors, well, kapag itatoggle nyo naman tong button na to, same lang rin sila sa mga nakaraang variants na up to 2000 nits peak brightness. Well, wala talaga ako nakitang major difference. Now, isa pang feature na meron ng phone ito is yung kanyang anti-reflective coating. Wherein, gumagana lang yon kapag wala kang screen protector. But, Filipinos as we are, gustong-gusto talaga natin yung screen protector, guys. Kasi ang mahal kapag nabasag to, di ba? Well, hindi gagana yung kanyang anti-reflective coating unless meron ding ganun yung nabili nyong tempered glass. But if wala, well, useless lang din. And for the first time, guys, meron na rin siyang always on feature. Kaya naman, kung gusto nyo yon, well, nasa sa inyo na rin yan. Well, as for me, I don't really use it often. Now, pagdating sa display ng phone ito, kung kinakaputok lang naman ang butsin nyo is yung mga lower na refresh rate o reklamo nyo talaga yung display even before sa mga nakaraang variants and generation, well, I think this one has the biggest jump compared to other base variants na nirelease before ni Apple. Kasi eto guys, with its base variant, pro na yung inyong experience pagdating sa kanyang display. Now, let's talk about the performance of this phone. Eto nga pala guys, ay meron ng Apple A19 3nm processor with up to 4.26 GHz pagdating sa kanyang CPU and 5 core naman pagdating sa kanyang GPU. Now, yes, it's lesser compared sa kay Pro when it comes to its GPU and mas less din yung kanyang RAM with 8GB of RAM compared to the 12GB of RAM ni iPhone 17 Pro. Wala rin siyang vapor chamber when it comes to its cooling. But let's be real here, guys. I don't see a lot of difference in real life. Dahil ginamit ko naman to guys sa mga daily task ko, maging sa multitasking, and so far, I didn't have any problems. Now, if you're like me, nag-girly-girly lang naman yung paggamit, wala naman masyadong heavy na ginagawa sa phone na to, well, magagamit mo talaga siya guys, and it's very efficient. Now, pagdating naman sa kanyang benchmark scores, eto yung mga nakuha namin sa phone nito. Sa Antutu benchmark, eto yung nakuha namin. Meanwhile, sa Geekbench 6 naman, eto yung kanyang score. Now, when it comes to its CPU, 10% higher yung score ni Pro, and pagdating naman sa kanyang GPU, 25% yung itinaas ni iPhone 17 Pro. But so far guys, hindi ko talaga siya na-feel majorly kasi nung nilaro ko naman yung mga games na alam ko, kagaya lamang Mobile Legends or COD, well, napakaganda naman ang experience ko dito with ultra or highest graphics possible. Wala talaga akong naging problema. Siguro, doon na lang tayo magkakaproblema or makaka-feel talaga tayo ng difference when it comes to AAA games, kagaya lamang ng Genshin Impact. But to tell you honestly, playable pa rin naman yan dito sa phone ito. Yun nga lang, nagkakaroon na siya doon ng mga minimal heating o di naman kaya medyo uncomfortable maglaro, but it's all manageable naman with this phone. So far, when it comes to gaming, wala talaga ako naging problema dito guys. So much more pa kaya sa mga daily task lang na ginagawa ko, well, wala talaga ako naging problema. Now, if you're a professional naman, which is mahilig ka mag-edit up to 4K na mga videos, yung mga heavy editing, o di naman kaya gamer ka ng mga AAA games, tapos magdamag ka pang naglalaro, well, definitely, dun mo talaga mafe-feel yung difference. Kaya naman, need mong mag-upgrade kay Pro. If wala naman masyado, and usually, daily task lang naman, eh wala ka nang magiging problema dito kay iPhone 17. I can say guys, na pagdating sa performance ng phone ito, napakalaki pa rin ng upgrade niya compared to the other base variants na meron ako previously ni iPhone. Dahil eto guys, halos magkaparehas lang sila ni Pro and wala ka talagang magiging problema. Siguro minimal heating lang kapag especially if mainit yung lugar, but all of it can be managed naman kapag may phone case ka, hindi mo na siya masyadong mafe-feel. Now, with the newest iOS 26, napaka-smooth naman niya dito sa phone ito at bumabagay pa rin yung features ng iOS na yon sa mga optimized na apps even to this phone. Meron siya mga added apps, unique features na you can exclusively enjoy as you upgrade to iOS 26. And the best way to do that is to avail the newest iPhone, which is the iPhone 17. Dahil kung nag-upgrade ka lang naman sa iOS 26 at yung gamit mo is katulad nito, iPhone 12, o naman kaya older generations pa ni iPhone, well, medyo magkakaproblema ka talaga kasi hindi pa lahat doon optimized. Now, let's talk about the battery of this phone. Dahil eto naman talaga yung isa sa pinaka-intriguing part when it comes to iPhone units, diba? Madali ba siya malobat? Okay lang ba siya? Well, eto guys, ay meron ng 3,692 mAh when it comes to its battery. Basically, 4% lang naman yung itinaas niya compared kay iPhone 16. But what I really love about this is meron na siyang power delivery 3.2 2. Kaya naman, nag-charge na siya up to 45 watts. Which means, yung 0 to 50% na dati ay nakukuha natin in 30 minutes, ngayon, 20 minutes na lang. Also, this one supported na ng Qi 2 charging. Kaya naman sa mga MagSafe users dyan, well, kayang-kaya na nito up to 25 watts and ma-charge nyo na yung inyong phone from 0 to 50% in 30 minutes. And speaking of wireless charging, guys, meron nga pala akong trusted brand when it comes to that. And eto guys, I see Ugreen with their newest 2-in-1 MagSafe charger kung saan pwede ko nang i-charge yung aking phone while at the same time charging my AirPods, kayang-kaya na nitong charger na to. Also, if you're always on the go or traveling like me, pwede nyo ring i-avail itong kanilang Ugreen wireless power bank. With its 10,000 mAh na battery, guys, it can get you moving into different locations without having the need to charge. And also, hindi ka na magni-need na baka hindi sila compatible dahil eto guys can be on par with the needed power of your phone. With its Qi 2 supported na and up to 25 watts for both of these, wala ka na talagang magiging problema. And eto naman guys, kapag wired siya, aabot siya until 30 watts. So, if you're looking for a compatible, durable, and at the same time, hindi ka talaga mag-worry in terms of safety and security ng phone mo, well, definitely buy or avail this too now. So, para sa mga nagtatanong kung madali nga ba siyang malobat, well, guys, aabot talaga ako ng isang araw dito sa phone na to. Even if always naka-on yung Wi-Fi o di naman kaya yung data, wala talaga akong naging problema, guys. Hindi katulad ng mga previous units ko na panay ako saksak sa charger kasi nga, madali talaga siyang malobat. Half day pa lang. Pero eto guys, well, this can be the daily driver that you need for everyday use dahil talagang tatagal ka pa dito kay iPhone 17. Well, so far in my experience. Now, let's talk about the exciting feature about this phone. At yun guys, ay ang camera. Well, it still has the 48 megapixels when it comes to its main camera, but I think the biggest jump about this is meron na siyang 48 megapixels when it comes to its ultra-wide camera. Mas malaki talaga siya compared kay 12 megapixels ultra-wide before ni iPhone 16. Also, when it comes to its selfie camera, eto guys ay meron ng 18 megapixels which is mas sharper at mas maganda compared sa 12 megapixels before na selfie camera ni iPhone 16. It also has a wider frame sensor which allows the center stage feature na meron ang selfie camera ng phone ito. Kaya naman siya na yung automatically na mag-a-adjust and susunod sa subject para mas maganda yung kuha mo sa selfie. Also, if mas marami kayong kukuha ng selfie, aka the Groovy, well, pwede nyo nang i-click in just one tap at makakakuha na kayo ng landscape selfie while still holding your phone vertically. But one thing I really love about this one, guys, is meron na rin siyang dual capture. Although parehas lang naman sa video yung kanyang resolution, 4K at 60 FPS, but this feature is exclusive only for iPhone 17. Kaya naman, mas maganda pa rin to, but hindi ko siya masyadong gamit. When it comes to the results naman na nakuha namin, so far, wala namang problema, guys. It's not a question. When it comes to its main camera, napaka-sharp, napakaganda talaga ng kuha, guys. And the details are very on point. Now, when it comes naman sa kanyang ultra-wide, makikita mo talaga dito na yung details ay talagang napakaganda. One thing lang siguro na napansin ko, guys, 0.5, goods na goods yung quality. When it comes to 1 times, 2 times, napakaganda pa rin ang kuha. But higher than that, dun mo na ma-observe yung noise. Kasi nga, guys, etong phone na to ay walang telephoto. Which means na kapag more zoom in, dun mo talaga makikita yung image quality na medyo distorted na. Kaya naman, if you're a concert goer or di naman kaya mas mahilig ka sa mga zoom in na pagkuha ng pictures, well, definitely, dito na papasok si iPhone 17 Pro, which is the best option. Speaking of concerts, pagdating naman sa video quality na meron ng phone ito, eto guys, ay aabot pa rin naman ng 4K at 60 FPS. Although wala pa siyang 120 FPS, but this one can sustain and it's very functional pa rin. For both its main video camera and selfie video camera, guys, makakakuha ka ng up to 4K at 60 FPS. Kaya naman, napakaganda na, especially if you're a content creator o di naman kaya online business, kahit na nagla-live selling ka pa dyan, klarong-klaro at maganda pa rin talaga yung quality na naproproduce ng phone na to. So far, pagdating sa kanyang camera, no question that I think iPhone 17 series is still a hit when it comes to their camera. Overall, guys, recommend ko ba si iPhone 17? Well, dalawa lang yan. If i-compare ko siya kay iPhone 16, well, napaka-worth it and recommended ko talaga ang phone na to. Isipin mo, sa halagang 57,990, which is the same price, by the way, nung na-release si iPhone 16. Eto guys, comes with 256 gig of storage compared to 128 gig of storage before. And eto, mas marami pang pro features ang ma-e-enjoy mo. If i-compare ko naman siya kay iPhone 17 Pro, siguro if maselan ka sa camera, kagaya ng nasabi ko kanina, if you're a concert goer, well definitely, you will need the telephoto lens and a slightly better performance. But is it really worth it to splurge 20k plus para lang sa mga upgrade na yon? Well, as for me, na hindi ko naman yun masyadong gamit, I don't think so. I think okay na ako dito kay iPhone 17. And so with that, I can still say, and I will still stand by what I said kanina, na eto na ata ang pinakasulit na base variant na ginawa ni iPhone. So I think that's it. Once again, I'm Christine and this is JTeen TV. Thank you so much for watching and God bless. Bye!